5 things you need to know today before the markets open with voxmarkets.co.uk.
It's Wednesday, the 14th of April, 2021. At 5, New Zealand has become the world's first country to bring in a law forcing its financial firms to report on the effects of climate change. The country wants to be carbon neutral by 2050 and says the financial sector needs to play its part. At 4, Grab, the dominant ride-hailing and food deliveries firm in Southeast Asia, is preparing to list its shares in the US in a deal that values the firm at nearly $40 billion. Grab expects to raise more than $4 billion via the transaction, which is expected to be completed by July. At 3, Goldman Sachs' faith in the office is so strong it plans to open a new one in Birmingham later this year. The banking giant's new outpost will initially be a technology hub, but Goldman's expects other divisions to expand to the Midland city later, with staff numbers eventually reaching several hundred. At 2, young black people have been hardest hit by unemployment during the pandemic, new research indicates. Over the past year, the UK jobless rate for young black people rose by more than a third to 35%. And at 1, trade between the UK and EU partially recovered in February after a steep drop in January following Brexit. Official figures show exports to the EU jumped by 46.6% or £3.7 billion to £11.6 billion following January's 42% slump when firms struggle with new trade rules. For more details on any of these stories, visit voxmarkets.co.uk.
5 things you need to know today before the markets open with voxmarkets.co.uk.